Let's go to May of 2016. Yesterday, Ms. Heard, Ms. Bredehoff, your attorney, showed you certain pictures.
La questione è che lei ha mostrato delle foto dove aveva questo livido in faccia, dopo le ha ripresentate, quello che ho capito, ed era una luce diversa, e l'avvocatessa le chiede: ma senti, hai cambiato qualcosa tu? Vediamo!
2016, do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
If we could please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 710, which has already been admitted into evidence. Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday that this is a photograph taken of you on May 21st.
Come mai quando lei è picchiato, distrutta, sembra Agnese innocente? Non è la prima volta che lo dico e lo ridico. Mi date una risposta?
2016. Do you recall?
Yes, that's correct.
Keeping this exhibit up, if we could please do a split screen, Tom, and also pull up Defendant's Exhibit 714, which has already been admitted with redactions. Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday that this is a photograph that was also taken on May 21st, 2016, correct?
Yes, although the one to the right might have been taken the next day. I can't be sure. The reason I say that is because there's light in the background. So it looks like it was taken in the daytime, which means maybe it was the next day.
Didn't you testify that you took different lighting, pictures in different lightings on May 21?
That is correct, yes.
And you're wearing two thin necklaces in this picture on the right, is that correct?
That is correct.
You testified that these pictures were taken the same night.
The one on the right looks like it was taken in the daytime because I can see the daylight behind me.
But you testified that they were taken the same day.
Quindi lei ha già testimoniato riguardo il fatto che ha fatto queste foto la stessa notte. Qua sta dicendo una cosa diversa, che probabilmente la seconda l'ha fatta di giorno, visto che c'è una luce diversa.
I don't know if I think I testified that they came from the same incident of the same day, not necessarily taken on the same day.
Okay. Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 712, which has already been admitted. You testified yesterday that this is another photograph of you on the night of May 21.
That's correct.
And keeping this exhibit up, can we please do a split screen and also pull up Defendant 713, which has already been admitted?
Oh, è la stessa foto. È la stessa foto.
Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday.
Che
this is also...
faccia di cazzo. È la stessa foto.
Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday. This is also a photograph of you from the same night, correct?
Sono la stessa foto.
That's correct.
You testified yesterday that the only difference between these two photographs is that the light was turned on.
That's what it appears to be, yes.
Beh, vogliamo fare gli scientifici? Mettiamo su Photoshop. Probabilmente la incorporeranno Photoshop. Oh! È la stessa cazzo di foto. È la stessa foto. Non puoi fare... Ok. Eccoci qua.
The light is on both of these pictures, though.
Bello, è stato molto soddisfacente.
Isn't that right?
It looks to me like the one on the left has the vanity light, the makeup lights, you know, the more yellow-hued ones that go around the mirror on, and then the one on the right looks like it doesn't have those.
Che comunque quando ti fai i selfie e te li fai uno dopo l'altro, è possibile che te li fai proprio esattamente identici, quindi che quando li metti uno sopra l'altro sono identici, ma se ha avuto il tempo di cambiare la luce, il lightning, eccetera, la trovo strana, a meno che non abbia fatto proprio così. Non lo so. Il fatto è che parlare di queste cose si entrerebbero in dettagli molto tecnici, che purtroppo non sono le competenze di un avvocato.
Isn't it true you just edited these photographs?
No, I've never edited a photograph.
Didn't you just enhance the saturation for one of these photos to make your face look more red?
Proviamo? Beh. È stato facile. È stato facile. È stato facilissimo.
No, that's incorrect. I didn't touch it.
You were sitting here in this courtroom when Mr. Isaac Baruch testified to seeing you
Capito?
the week after May
Capito? Perché che cazzo può dirle a quel punto? Che cazzo può dirle?
21, 2016, correct?
I was here.
Mr. Baruch testified that he saw you on May 22nd while you were changing the locks of your penthouse. Do you recall that testimony?
È facile fare quella cosa là, ragazzi, è facile. Però veramente, cosa dovrebbe fare l'avvocato a quel punto?
I do. I just don't know if he was right about the date, but I do remember him saying that.
Testified it was his birthday, the day after his birthday.
I believe it was.
Mr. Baruch testified that he saw you repeatedly in the days following also, correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Baruch testified that he saw no marks or injuries on your face.
Quindi questa persona qua, Mr. Baruch, ha testimoniato il fatto che giorni dopo della botta non ha visto niente in faccia.
Correct?
That is what he's testified to.
You were also here in this court when Mr. Sean Bett testified to seeing you on the evening of May 21, 2016. Is that right? You were here.
That's correct.
Mr. Bett also testified that he saw no marks or injuries on your face that evening, correct?
I realize that's what he said.
You were sitting here in this courtroom when Officer Melissa Sines testified by deposition about being called to the Eastern Columbia building on May 21st, 2016, right?
I saw her testimony, yes.
And you heard Officer Sines testify that she did not see any injuries on you that night.
Quindi questa poliziotta, Melissa Science, è stata chiamata la notte in cui lei ha testimoniato di quando aveva scattato queste foto qua, è venuta nel suo appartamento, Amber non aveva, questa poliziotta ha testimoniato che Amber non aveva nessun tipo di ferita, non aveva neanche dei segni.
Correct?
I heard her testify she did not consider this injured.
Lei sta dicendo no, lei ha testimoniato che non considerava quella roba là come una ferita.
No. Miss Officer Sines testified that she met with you and she did not see any injuries.
L'avvocato fa no, lei ha testimoniato che in realtà non ha visto nessuna ferita, non che quella che non la considerava ferita, ma non ne ha viste.
On your face. Isn't that correct?
She did not consider this injury.
Di nuovo,
Miss Heard, my question is a bit more nuanced.
a me piace un sacco quando questo avvocato fa Miss Heard, abbiamo capito che sei completamente fuori di testa, lo capisco, ho fatto un'altra domanda.
So is my answer.
Miss Heard, my question is a bit more nuanced.
So is my answer.
So is my answer.
Nuanced.
No?
So is my answer.
Quindi, picnic. Ah, c'è l'avvocato che sta parlando con il giudice. Chissà di che.
Tom, can we put these down, please? I think they might be confusing the witness. My question is more nuanced. You sat in this courtroom while Officer Sines testified that she saw you the night of May 21,
Ok.
2016,
Senza ferite.
face to face, and didn't see any injuries on your face. Isn't that correct, Miss Heard?
I believe she was testifying about these photographs, and she said that I was not injured in them.
Is it your testimony under oath now that Officer Sines testified that she saw injuries on you when she saw you in person on May 21?
Minchia, capito perché la vuole fottere. Fa, quindi sei sotto giuramento adesso che stai dicendo che quando ti ha visto quel giorno là abbiate stipulato su queste foto e non sul tuo stato senza ferite? Perché se lei dice di sì.
Sorry, let me clarify. I was testifying that I know that that's what Officer Sines said, that she didn't consider my red puffy face injured. That's what she said.
Non ho capito niente. Red puffy face.
The red, puffy face. That
Red puffy face.
was your counsel's
Non hai una puffy face, sei molto scheletrica.
question, correct?
No, cioè, sì, body shaming, è body shaming.
That was
She
her
said-
testimony in the UK.
That's incorrect, and you know that, Ms. Heard.
I disagree.
It's just inconvenient for you that Officer Sines didn't see injuries on you on May 21, 2016.
It
Isn't
doesn't
that
matter
right?
what's convenient for me.
Right. Officer Tyler Haddon also testified by deposition about being called to the Eastern Columbia building on May 21, 2016, and
Eccolo.
he also testified no injuries on your face on May 21, 2016. Isn't that correct?
They both said that they did not consider me injured.
Eccoci qua.
They did not see injuries on your face on May 21, 2016. Isn't that what their testimony was?
What their testimony was is that they did not consider what my face looked like to be injury.
Assurdo, stavano dicendo questa cosa da 100 minuti. Cioè, dillo e basta. Arrenditi.
Here when Officer William Gatlin testified by deposition about being called on May 21 to the Eastern Columbia building and
Ma mica, è andata tutta la centrale a controllare se la sua red puffy face fosse ferita quel giorno o no.
he also did not observe any injuries on you, did he? And that's what he testified to.
He didn't even know which one I was.
No, I think we all saw on
No. Minchia, che maledetta anche quello.
video camera. You identify yourself, isn't that correct?
I had to because of how far away he was. He didn't even know who he was
But
there
after
to
you
see.
identified yourself, he looked at you. Isn't that correct?
From a distance, yes.
And he didn't see any visible injuries either, did he?
I don't know what he saw.
He testified that he didn't see any visible injuries, did
I
he?
would believe that he didn't, yes.
You were also in this courtroom when Alejandro Romero, who worked at the front desk at the Eastern Columbia building, testified about seeing you on May 25th, 2016. Isn't that correct?
That is correct. I think he said the 25th.
Yeah. And Mr. Romero testified that he didn't see any swelling or bruises on your face when you were talking to him at the front desk.
Non può neanche dire adesso mi sono passate, perché se sono passate allora non avevo un cazzo anche stesso. Che comunque andrebbe molto per sulla sua teoria, quindi in realtà forse le converrebbe un po'.
He wouldn't have.
No, he wouldn't have, even though he had a habit, because his parents taught him correctly, to look into someone's eyes when speaking to them. Isn't that correct?
I know that's what he testified to, yes.
You testified yesterday that you sought a temporary restraining order on May 27th, 2016, because you wanted to change your locks. Do you remember that testimony?
Yes, I do.
Those locks were to the penthouses at the Eastern Columbia building. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
But you changed the locks to the penthouses on May 22nd, 2016.
I attempted to.
That's why you felt comfortable having James Franco over the evening of May 22nd, 2016, Ms. Heard?
I do not know when James came over.
Okay, let's remind you. Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 304, which is already in evidence, and play from 254 through 439? Ms. Heard, you remember during Mr. Depp's examination, a number of recordings were played, correct?
That's correct.
And in one of those recordings, you told Mr. Depp, quote, "I hope to God Jack's stepfather teaches him more about being a man than your fucking left nut," end quote. Do you remember that?
Wow.
End quote. Do you remember that?
I do not remember what exactly I could hear of that recording. I remember I heard myself make a mention of Jack's new stepfather or potential stepfather.
That's it, Jack.
Can't recall.
Jack is Mr. Depp's son, right?
Oh, what?
Or potential stepfather, I can't recall.
Jack is Mr. Depp's son, right?
No, quindi a suo figlio, al figlio di Depp, che probabilmente non sta con lui, visto che ha un padre adottivo. Ha detto, può insegnargli più lui che il tuo... No, ah sì, mi ha risposto. Pessimo, ma che cattivona, che cattiva cosa da dire, oh merda.
That is correct. And I believe I was referencing a marriage that his ex-partner was going to have or getting into, I suppose.
Ti prego, dimmi che hai l'audio.
You were referencing that Jack's new stepfather would teach him how to be a man
Lei si sciala, lei si sta scialando.
because Mr. Depp couldn't.
I
right?
don't recall exactly what I said, but it was something to that effect.
Let's listen to some of what happened before you said that to Mr. Depp. If we could please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 397, which is already in evidence.
Traduci, sta parlando di una registrazione dove Amber disse a Johnny, tuo figlio impara più da suo papà che dal tuo coglione sinistro, una roba così. Fa giusto? Hai detto questa cosa qua? E Amber dice non ricordo cosa avevo detto e ora sta facendo sentire un audio, dimmi che è quello.
And for the record,
Padrino, il padre, sì.
it's at 3504
Padrino,
through 3547. And then the next clip is 3635 through 4308.
Però preparati, merda, ma come ho fatto a scapparmi sta roba? È così figo?
fucking suck your own dick.
Everything's fine so it doesn't go your way. And when it doesn't go your way, I'm in trouble. And you know what?
Suck.
I don't need you. I don't want your kind of woman. I don't want your kind of woman.
Suck my dick.
I don't want your kind of
Suck
woman.
my dick. Hey, guess
I
what?
might have. Suck my dick with you.
Big mistake. I wish I had fucking had.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I fucking hadn't. I wish I fucking hadn't bought into any of your fucking lies, your bullshit, your sober fucking presence, your fucking goodness, your sweetness, all the lies. I wish I hadn't bought into the months of you being you. I wish I hadn't bought into the promises. I wish I hadn't fucking thought I could have kids with you. You're a fucking kid yourself. I wish I hadn't bought into any of the lies you sold. Talk about fake bill of goods. You're
have
the
some
biggest
fat baby with fucking producer
You're
and
the
do shit.
biggest fucking seller of fake fucking bill of goods. Talk about presenting yourself as
I
something
did
you're
myself
not.
the fake
Suck my
seller
dick.
goods.
Suck my
I
dick.
fucking you left nothing and I've left
Suck my
everything.
dick.
So suck
Suck
your
my
dick.
Yeah.
Suck your dick. Che schifo di donna.
Which is fucking
Che merda di umana, non vale niente. Non ha nulla, non ha niente, è vuota.
your next move is what you fucking need. No, I don't want to suck your dick. I don't want nothing to do with your
Oh,
fucking
because I really
midsection.
need something.
Well, go get it, man.
Because I need something. Go on. Fuck
Mike
you.
Live.
Fuck yourself. No shit, I don't. Suck your dick.
I don't want to.
It's fine. It's gonna be on me, yeah.
No, that's not really true, Amber.
Actually, come in.
Comunque che schifo donna. Actually that is. Cioè questa è come si doppiano le cattive inglesi dei cartoni animati. E lei parla veramente così. Non riuscirei a stare un attimo. Pensate a litigare con Gianandrea. Non mi stai facendo male, Marco. Oh merda, voglio essere amico tuo per sempre. Per favore non litighiamo mai più. Fai ancora quella voce e ti taglio la gola. Sta zitto, per l'amor di Dio. Scherzo, non taglierei mai la gola ai doppiatori, anche se senza di loro forse il mondo migliorerebbe. Andiamo avanti.
Kind of it? What are you talking about? You know
No,
Oh, is it? What is it?
no, I'm sure Rochelle's available. Call her up. I'm sure she's available.
Il mondo, sì, sì, sì. Vabbè.
Maybe she is.
I'm sure she is.
We'll see.
I'm sure she is.
I'll let you know.
Oh, I'm sure she is. Her for her yoga vlog.
That fake laugh. That fake laugh is too much to take.
No, I'm sure she's.
That fake laugh is so...
Di chi stanno parlando? Dell'ex di Johnny?
So disgusting.
I'm sure
man.
she's great. I'm sure she's great.
Thinking that you give me some
No.
of the best performances in
No,
all the
no,
fucking
you're
show.
right. I don't. It's all about performance.
Well, performances. How am I don't regret. I don't regret.
Oh, what else?
I
What
don't
else that you do? Oh, come on.
don't regret.
Steve,
I
come
don't
on.
regret.
Lay it on me. What else? What else other things do you want to add?
Can't talk
You
to me,
fucking
son.
lying piece of shit. What?
Come puoi stare con un veleno così? Questa è una domanda per Johnny. Come puoi stare con una persona così? Perché sei un coglione. Cioè, come puoi stare con una persona così? Cioè, è velenosa, è veleno. Cioè, togliendo quello che è il giudizio nostro su Amber, come fai a stare con una persona così? Che sta giocando a fare la cattiva Disney, riuscendoci. Come fai? Vorrei davvero capirlo, perché non esiste, non c'è niente, non c'è amore non sento amore, non c'è del bene, ma mi viene difficile anche pensare che ci sia stato al di fuori dal che bello che due VIP stanno assieme, o cioè oltre questo cos'era? Non capisco.
Oh, no, I want to know. I want to know.
Get out your Ubers
I'm
out.
kind of waiting. You go get it.
Yeah, I'll be in the
Wait, is there no other place for you to run in your 15 other houses to go run? Come on, go be a real married man. Go deal with your shit the way that a man does. Go run to the next house. Every man does.
Yeah.
Go. Run away. I know it's hard.
Io vorrei avere una casa dove andare quando sono triste.
Look at yourself.
Fucking ridiculous
I know.
clown.
It's
You
hard.
panic fucking
It's
clown.
hard. It's hard.
Screwing everybody else
Poor
over
thing.
to get
You're
your
right. I
fucking.
tried.
get what
That's
you
what I
want.
do.
You're the most spoiled fucking brat. And you got
Oh, man.
everybody out here almost full, but it
you're
don't
right.
last
You're
long.
Boh, Fortnite.
I'm
been here a
sorry.
lot longer
You're
than
right.
you.
You got to
Because
figure it out.
You don't have. Figure out what you have to offer as opposed to going out and get your tits out.
You're right. That's what I do.
Well, yeah.
Non vedo l'ora di vedere quando finisce l'audio che cazzo dice. Quindi quella eri tu? Yes, I believe I am.
You're right.
I believe I was.
You're right.
Excellent choice.
Back to that. Well, I wonder what we else. I wonder what else we can reach for in the last 60 minutes. Oh no, it was 4 years ago. You're right. I'm sure there's other things you can.
Ho visto un video su TikTok della giudice che finisce un'udienza, si toglie gli occhiali e fa tipo così, tipo le scappa un micro no. Ragazzi, è ridicolo, non c'è niente di complesso in questa situazione. L'unica complessità sta nel far sembrare qualcuno non colpevole quando lo è e colpevole quando non lo è. È quello, è tutto un lavoro di avvocati perché fanno schifo, non so che dire. Cioè lui non ho capito una parola di quello che dice, vomita sentenze silenziose, lei ha solamente un po' di teatralità in più, ma erano veramente due calamite che si spingevano, boh, in una sala di tribunale, cioè, è solo per i soldi, è vergogna, non c'è niente. No, traduci, si stanno prendendo gioco di loro stessi a vicenda. Lei, il fatto è che lui è molto adirato ed è molto smette di trattare la gente così, distruggi tutto, mentre invece lei la prende a ridere, il che è davvero, dai, cioè, non è per niente serio ed è, dai, mi farebbe innervosire tantissimo. Sono stato in una situazione così, dove nel litigio si finiva a fare tu che sei così, vattene dalla mia vita. Se vuoi giocare a fare gli anime, se vuoi giocare a fare la cattiva, ok, cioè divertiti da sola, ma non esiste che dobbiamo parlare così. Vomitevole, ragazzi, io non ce la farei, non capisco come qualcuno veramente non scappa da quella roba là, scappa via. Cioè non decidere di fare il giochino degli occhi adesso che sei in tribunale, ovvero l'unico dove devi stare attento. La guerra continua, non sta continuando, c'è grande poverino che ha abusato Johnny, ma come cazzo ci è riuscito non lo so, non è da applausi quello che ha fatto, perché non è stato in nome dell'amore, non è stato, non so a nome di cosa ha fatto quello che ha fatto per restare con lei, ma non era sicuramente a nome dell'amore perché non ce n'era.
Go loud.
No, I'm not laughing.
No, matter of fact,
I'm not laughing, ok.
I'm not laughing. I'm not. It's serious. I'm sure you can find other things.
I know. And stripping. Well, there's always that. You can
You're
always
right.
go back
You can
to
write a
that.
book.
For
You can
another-
write a
for
book.
another
I
10
know you can
years.
write a book. Oh, is this gonna be good for your book? Oh, should I have you sign an NDA for your book?
You don't.
Questo è abuso totale, questo è davvero abuso, cioè, assurdo che non sia uscito prima quest'audio, pazzesco, è terrificante, lo sta spaccando in due.
Book. Is this gonna be good for your book?
You won't even
Is
make
this
it
gonna be
in the
good for your book?
Sì, sarebbe incredibile scrivere questo in un libro, onestamente.
I'll write what I want. I'll write
I have a
what
good
I want.
idea.
All right,
How about you somewhere of your journals? You don't want to sell out or anything. Let's sell you journals. Oh, wait.
Hey.
Hey, no,
Yeah,
you're not
you
what?
wanna sell out.
No, you're not selling
You don't wanna
out.
sell out,
no,
Magic Mike.
no.
You don't wanna
Yeah,
sell
'cause
out.
no one does
No.
21 Drunk Street when they're in their 20s. No, you're right. That's not selling out. No.
Cioè, sta dando del venduto. Ma che riccio di coppia è? Ma cos'è? Ma è una fan e il suo idolo, è quello.
When you're in your 20s, you should really know what you want. Like selling your journals.
By the way, if you didn't,
Puttana. Del cazzo.
if you didn't know who the fuck I was,
Sorry, mi ero promesso di non dare della puttana, ma lo è troppo.
You're right. Go sell your journals like a real non-seller. 55-year-old. Or, I'm sorry,
6.
51. I don't know. It doesn't matter at this point.
No,
I don't think so.
it really doesn't.
I don't really think so. But you're right. I mean, hey, at least I didn't do like a TV show where I was heartbroken.
Come fai a dare un bacio a questa donna? Addirittura a viverci assieme, ma come fai? Come fai? Vattene. Vattene via. Sì, no, ma mi sta solo rovinando la serata, è orribile.
In my 20s. God, that would be like embarrassing.
Wow.
If only I was with someone in their 50s that could point that out to me. Imagine, Mike, you're right. When you play a non-sexualized object. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You're right. You got it all figured out.
You don't even know what movies I've done.
If only
You haven't even taken an interest.
If only I could be
You know,
like
but I had to
you. If
watch
only
your
I
fucking-
could be like you.
I had to watch your fucking direct and you trying to like
You're a joke.
spew
You're
out
a
these fucking
joke.
lines.
You're a joke. You're a joke.
Yeah, I'm the joke in the industry, Amber. I'm the joke. I'm the joke in the
I'm
industry.
sorry, I can't really hear you. I'm sorry. The reruns of all my bullshit are playing too loud for me to hear you. I'm gonna just go and pedal my way back. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Aquaman.
Oh, 21 is whatever it was.
That was
Forever 21. Way back. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Aquaman.
Grande! E lei minchia ci casca subito, l'ha ammazzata. Ah, oh,
I can't hear you.
Aquaman.
21 is whatever it was.
That was
Forever anymore.
I was
No one
20.
cares.
A me interessa, guarda qua. Cioè, a volte riscattano delle... Aquaman! Minchia, è la cosa peggiore che puoi dire ad Amber, Aquaman. È veramente la cosa peggiore che puoi dire.
Washed up piece of shit. Washed up piece of shit.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Your jealousy's so tragic.
I'm sorry.
Your jealousy's so tragic. Fucking like
I can't hear
thinking
you.
that I'm going on a road with a
Turn on
band.
my head. I can't hear you.
You told Mr. Depp to suck your dick multiple times.
Hai detto per caso al signor Depp di succhiargli di succhiarti il cazzo più multiple volte? Deve essere, per noi è divertentissimo ascoltare queste cose, è la cosa migliore del mondo, della vita, però deve essere orrendo tornarci a tornare a sentirle per entrambi, specialmente per Depp qualcosa mi dice.
Didn't you? You told Mr. Depp to suck your dick multiple times, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You tell him to go run to his 15 other houses, right?
That's correct.
Because that's what he would do when you behave like this, isn't it?
Eventually, he would go and stay in one of the other houses.
Ma vive il cazzo, sei davvero un'infestazione, sei peggio dei fantasmi, stare a casa con te, ma cosa vuol dire?
You call him a sellout, don't you?
I was expressing frustration.
Non ti ha chiesto l'emozione, ma perché non rispondi e basta? La odio, cioè dai, dillo che sei fatta solamente di veleno.
About his criticism of my career and how many problems that caused within the dynamic of our relationship, yes.
So you call him a sellout and a joke?
I called him horrible, ugly things, as you can hear. And
Sellout.
We spoke to each other in a really horrible way.
Eri tu?
Pretty sure we just heard you speak to him in a really horrible way. You called him a sellout,
I just
right, Miss
disagree.
Heard? You called him a sellout, right, Miss Heard?
I called him a lot of ugly things.
And a joke.
I called him a lot of ugly things.
You called him a...
Ho fatto questa cosa qua e me ne pento, non lo dico perché figurati, sarei troppo umana, però sì, ho questa faccia, faccio così.
joke on that recording. You called him a washed up piece of shit.
I think we both called each other that on that occasion,
È
yes.
vero, è vero.
Mr.
E
Depp.
aveva pure iniziato Depp a dare della pezza di merda come se fosse rilevante a quel punto, però comunque stavo prima lui.
Mentions Aquaman, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
Excuse me?
Mr. Depp got you that role. Mr. Depp mentions Aquaman, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
Te l'ha fatto avere lui il ruolo.
Excuse me?
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
No, Miss Vasquez, I got myself that role by auditioning.
Ah, certo. Ha passato le audition, ha fatto i provini, li ha passati. Però non so se... Niente, ho paura.
That's
Mr.
how that
Depp
works.
says, quote, "Your jealousy is so tragic."
I heard him say that, yes.
You were the jealous one in this relationship, weren't you, Miss Heard?
I think he was indicating I was jealous of his career.
Ma jealous di una carriera che tu reputavi una joke, doveva scrivere uno dei tanti libri. È questo.
But now you've twisted it to say it was Mr. Depp that's the jealous one.
Johnny's always been very jealous when I worked, when I did anything, friends. Yes, he's always been very jealous.
Ci credo.
Mr. I'm going to ask you to take a
Veramente, cosa un po' ci credo.
look at Plaintiff's Exhibit 120E. This is a series of text messages between you and Mr. Depp.
That is correct.
I'm going to move to admit and publish these text messages. Mr. Depp's messages have been redacted.
All right, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, 120E in evidence, you can publish.
Monster is back, this is him, run, first time trouble, this is not the man you promise you will be, promise. Oh no, volevo leggerli.
Starts with a text message from you to Mr.
Aquaman! Pazzesco, era veramente il video da scegliere questo qua.
Depp.
Era davvero lui. Che paura!
Witness.
Che paura! Ci vogliamo vedere... Minchia, 4 milioni, 5 milioni? Quello là di...
Witness.
C'è il video completo. Pensate ci sono ancora 4 mesi di content. 4 mesi di content? No. Erano 6 settimane di tribunale. Penso che siamo alla terza. Quindi sì, ci sono 6 mesi di content, palesemente.